Summer is here.
And vaccines are becoming readily available.
You know what that means. It's time for summer vacations.
So if you want to learn how to plan a budget-friendly trip this year, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned.
Hey guys, it's Kayla and Mark Allen. We like to travel a lot, especially to Disney World. Follow along on our journey as we give you tips and tricks to help you create your own ever after.
So today we are talking about planning a budget-friendly trip. Vacations are expensive and it's even a little bit harder nowadays since a lot of people have been laid off for many, many months within the past year. So today we're gonna give you some tips and tricks to kind of help you create a budget-friendly trip that you will enjoy, but also not break the bank. So let's jump right on in.
Number one is pay up front for anything you possibly can well in advance before you actually take your vacation. This might honestly sound a little weird, but if you think about it in the sense that that is already paid and out of the way, it won't be a surprise expense for you later when you're actually on vacation.
It's pretty easy. I know it's happened to me a few times where you'll pay like a deposit or like a partial amount up front, but it's like months in advance. And so when you actually get to your trip, you kind of forget like, oh, did I actually pay for that or did I not? So it's better to just get that payment out of the way so you don't even have to think of it and you can move on to the next thing. Number two, decide what experiences are gonna be the most important for you. We've all been cooped up inside for the past year and a half, and so we're itching to do some fun activities, that is for sure. But obviously your budget and your time is not gonna allow for you to do everything, no matter where it is you're traveling. So it's a good idea to kind of talk about what are the most important things to you while you're on your trip so that you can specifically set aside a little extra cash for those activities. For example, if you're big foodies like us, eating at a fun restaurant is definitely a big priority. So we'll put a little extra money in our food budget so that we can have that splurgy meal and we can kind of be a little bit cheaper on some of the other aspects of our trips.
And a pro tip here is that if you actually decide what you want to do before you go on your trip, it allows you to actually, of course, book those reservations well in advance if you absolutely need a reservation. And a lot of times you do right now just because things are still limited capacity. Dining places, parks, wherever you might be traveling to, this doesn't necessarily have to be just Disney. It allows you to book those things well in advance. Number three is track your spending. This is honestly a really, really big one for me. And I do most of this when it comes to tracking the spending and budgets and spreadsheets, all that pizzazz. But this honestly is why you create a budget. I mean, if you aren't tracking your spending, how are you going to know if you're actually on budget and how much you have to spend? It honestly goes hand in hand. If you're not tracking your spending, then why did you even create a budget in the first place?
What I find really helpful about this is that you are able to easily see how much money you have already spent and how much money you have left for the rest of your trip. So that way you know you're not getting down to the nitty-gritty or worrying on whether or not you've spent too much money. This is also kind of a fun way to maybe remember some of the places that you've been, whether it be a fun restaurant or a little coffee shop or maybe even just a fun museum that you went to. Since you're tracking these, you'll have the names of everything, so you'll be able to recommend to a friend later on the fun things that you did on your trip.
Another nice piece about tracking your spending is that when it comes time to maybe take your next vacation, you can budget accordingly and you already know how much things are going to cost, especially if you're traveling to the same place. For us, we go to Disney all the time, so we know what we spent last time and the time before that, and the time before that, and the time before that. So we know what things realistically cost.
Number 4, look for realistic deals and discounts. Since lots of things are opening back up again, many businesses in the travel industry are very eager to get clients. So they are sometimes offering a little bit of a bonus discount or deal or extended stay or lots of different things depending on what you're looking at to try and entice people to come and use their facilities. So while looking around, don't be afraid to do a little bit of extra digging. You may find circumstances where maybe an Airbnb is going to be a better deal than a hotel, or vice versa. You may even find some airlines might be waiving some baggage fees for certain dates as well. So don't be afraid to do just a little bit of extra kind of treasure hunting for those deals, because they will definitely pay off.
Number 5, and this is probably one of our favorite tips, is to bring snacks.
Always bring snacks.
You never know when snacks are going to come in handy.
So the big reason why this is a great way to help be a money saver is honestly pretty obvious. You're not spending money on eating out. So of course, while you're on vacation, you do want to kind of splurge and have a little bit of fun and have some nice meals, but save your money for those nice meals and don't waste it on little snacks. You could buy a granola bar at a little cafe for twice the amount of a whole box of granola bars from your local grocery store. So think ahead and just bring some snacks with you to kind of help tide you along the way.
And like Kayla said, one of our favorite snacks to bring are actually granola bars for breakfast. Especially most breakfast places, it's just gonna be stereotypical like eggs, bacon, maybe a waffle or a pancake or something. And it's really honestly not typically anything to write home about. And so a great way to save money is to skip the breakfast, avoid that bill, and just eat a stinking granola bar. It's nothing great, but it'll get the job done.
And you know, even if you happen to have a hotel or Airbnb that has a microwave, you could even make a stop by the local grocery store wherever you're visiting and maybe pick up some frozen like little sandwiches. Those can always be a great option to have if you need a little bit more protein, but again, you aren't wanting to spend a huge load of money.
Number 6 is consider the off season. Now, obviously we're getting into summer, things are opening back up, people are getting vaccinated, and people are traveling. And so prices are pretty high right now for a lot of things. So really look at some of those off seasons, maybe hold off on your vacation for a little bit to see what prices are going to do.
Now, when we say off season, this doesn't mean just skip the summer, because honestly, it depends on what you're doing. You know, if you're wanting to visit an area that's normally a ski resort, your off season's gonna be in the summer. So if you are wanting to travel now, maybe consider some of those places that now is the off season so that you can get a little bit better deal.
And now it's question time. We would love to know where you guys plan to travel this year. So be sure to let us know in the comments, because we love to just talk to you guys and see where you guys are headed this year.
And live vicariously through you.
Yeah, that too.
Whatever your trip may be, make sure to make a plan, build a budget, and stick to it. This is going to ensure that you have the best trip possible and not come home with a lot of debt. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up. And if you want some more travel and Disney tips, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That's all we have for you guys today. Now go create your ever after. Umba ro una u. Una u. I think it should be that instead of uno. Una u.
A nice bonus tip with this tip is that it allows...
Nice bonus tip with this tip.
Okay.
I itched my nose, sorry.
Do I need to do that again?
You actually say actually like actually a lot.
Don't be a butthole. Do I need to do that again?
No, it's fine. Just
Did I say it a lot?
I don't know, it's fine.
Let me do that one more time.
No, it's okay. We go to Disney a lot.
It's a problem. The first step on the road to recovery is admittance.
Whatever your plans, the biggest way is what? Whatever your plan, make sure to make a plan. That's stupid. Why did I say that?